woman in agriculture can take the lead. Whatever the challenge, whatever the need, she'll rise to meet demands of the day in her own unique, Agceptional way.
We know that we take good care of our animals. We know that we care for them. We care for the animals. We care for our environment. We care for our neighbors. And that is why everyone needs to be involved.
Right now, I think agriculture needs to rise above and start communicating with the consumer. They have been leaving a void out there for consumers to believe whatever information everybody's giving them. Some of it's true, some of it's not true. And so I use the term freedom to operate, and as we go forward, that freedom is going to be taken away from us unless we start communicating with the right people. If it's regulation, if it's, you know, the choices that people have in the grocery store, it's a lot of things. But that freedom to operate is being taken away from us, and we need to work hard as farmers and ranchers to get that back and get the trust back from the consumer so they understand why we do the things we do and that we are putting a healthy food product on the table.
Advocacy begins by telling the story of agriculture. Today, we tell the story of a woman who has made significant contributions in agriculture. As a partner in a family farm operation near Belden, Nebraska, Jan Miller has demonstrated excellence in every aspect of what it means to be a leader in agriculture.
Mom contributes a lot to the farm operation. She does just about everything in the day-to-day operation. Besides driving a semi, there's not anything that she can't do, and she could do that, she just chooses not to.
Jan is an Agceptional woman because not only does she promote her agriculture here at the farm and keep the day-to-day operation going, but she promotes agriculture at both the state and national levels to try to make sure that everyone realizes the importance of agriculture.
As a farm wife, Jim and I work together on the farm. We make a great team as we either work with the hogs or with the crops. It seems like after farming together for 30 years, we know just what each other are thinking and don't have to second guess what we need to be doing.
Times it can be a challenge working as a husband and wife at loading hogs, but she's never walked out of the barn from me yet, I guess, so we are pretty compatible, and we seem to know what each other's minds are thinking. And
sometimes livestock does not just like to go the direction that you want it to, especially hogs. And my husband and I, Jim, we have devised a way that when we're loading hogs, it's just kind of an unspoken rule that you stand here and you stand here, and we'll get it loaded okay. And that's been through a lot of years of challenges that we've done that.
Jan's also very involved in the crop side of the operation. She's been a combine operator for us for a long time. She tells me every fall that she says there's a difference. She says there's a combine operator and there's a combine driver. Because
I always tell the guys that I am the combine driver, not the operator. The driver simply has to drive the combine from one end of the field to the other. The operator has to grease it and maintain it, put fuel in it. So I like to be the driver of the combine. I also run the grain carts for the guys and help get the harvest in.
I admire my mom for always being around and being very helpful and always being very supportive and just being there for you with on top of everything else that she's always had to do.
I believe my mom's an exceptional woman because she's caring, she's dedicated, she's up every morning with a smile on her face greeting us, telling us to come downstairs and get ready. Always breakfast on the table. She's one of the first ones out the door, even though we could be downstairs and getting ready before. She still finds a way to beat us out the door just to greet the morning. And anything you want her to do, she'll do it for you. If you ask her to do a favor, she's going to get it done or find a way to get it done. And on the days you're down, she finds a way to bring you up.
As a mother right now, my children are all off on their own. Our youngest is in college, and so right now my role is to be supportive towards them and to help them in their lives as they continue to grow and face the challenges that they have coming up in their lives.
It's been a real joy operating the farm with my wife being so involved in the farming operation. We thoroughly enjoy working together. We have the same ideas and the same goals in life, and that's been a lot of what makes our farming operation successful, I feel. Back in 1999, we took advantage of the ASA DuPont Young Leaders Program. And that helped us both to see the need for being involved in agriculture, being a leader in agriculture.
In that program, we realized that that each of us need to take our turn, and that there's a lot of issues out there at the state and national level that we all need to be involved in.
I admire Jan for her persistence on the farm and all the things that she does. And she also is a great advocate for agriculture. And her husband Jim are involved in all the commodity boards and all the things that they need to be involved in as farmers. Jan has been on the state pork board for several years, and now she has just been appointed to the national pork board.
Honored for her work and dedication to agriculture, Jan Miller has been named as the 2011 Agceptional Woman of the Year.
Just want to say congratulations on your award today for receiving the Agceptional Woman of the Year for the conference, and say that I love you.
As farmers, we do feed the world. There's a lot of people out there who want to tell our story, and they don't always get it right. Food doesn't come from the mall, it doesn't come from the grocery store. It comes from farmers. Whether you're raising strawberries in Florida or hogs in Nebraska, it's our story, and we know how our crops are raised. We do it with the best care that we can possibly do. Putting restrictions on the way that we raise livestock, on the way that we raise crops, does not allow us to continue to feed the world. Someone has to raise the commodities. We raise commodities for people to eat. That's what we do as farmers. We cannot be tied down by laws that inhibit us from doing our job the very best we can.
We have a huge challenge in front of us, and that challenge is to feed 9 billion people by the year 2050. But we also have challenges working against us. And some of those challenges are with the Environmental Protection Agency trying to regulate the dust and our manure on our farms. Also the Department of Labor trying to regulate and say that our children cannot work on our farms without 90 hours of classroom education. I would encourage you to become involved through your commodity associations and learn about these challenges and regulatory issues. We need to speak up for ourselves. If we don't speak up, someone else is going to say that for us, and it may not be what we want to hear. I would also encourage, if you have any youth seeking out a career, to seek out a career in agriculture. We need the youth to help meet that challenge of feeding 9 billion people in the future.
This is a call to action for all Agceptional women to tell your story. Your ability to influence the world begins at the end of your lane.
She makes sure that there's more than enough. She stands tall when push comes to shove. She works, she gives, she laughs, she loves. It's a credit where credit is due. Exceptional women are tried and true. She makes it feel good.
My mom is probably part of the reason that I got into landscaping with the horticulture. We've always just kind of worked outside, and you know, like the upkeep with the mowing, and she is part of my reason for the interest in the landscaping and the plantings.
To be a member not only of this family, but of this family farm just means everything.
She makes sure that every one of us feel very important, feel loved, and are taken care of, no matter what else is going on.
Mom, I love you. Thank you very much for everything you've done for us over the years. You're a great person. Thank you very much.
And sorry, dear, I did clean the office for you today here, but when you get back home tonight, it's going to be cluttered back up so that you do not realize that something was up out here. So
I'm out of here.